Hey everybody, today on Fact Milk, we're going to talk about a musical instrument that you may not have heard of before. Wet your finger and rub it around the rim of a crystal wine glass. You'll begin to hear an almost hypnotic sound. Add some water or wine and the pitch gets higher. Pour some out and the pitch gets lower. This classic wine glass trick has been around for hundreds of years, back as far as the 1300s mentioned in Persian documents. There's reference to tuned water glasses in Europe from 1492. Even Galileo wrote about this amazing phenomenon in the book Two New Sciences, which was published in 1638. But in the 1700s, one person would turn this trick into an actual musical instrument. That person is none other than Benjamin Franklin. In Europe between the years 1757 and 1766, Franklin spent a lot of his time in Europe as an agent for the American colonies and would regularly attend musical concerts. On a late night in 1761, Franklin was listening to virtuoso Richard Puckridge perform on the singing glasses. Franklin was taken aback with the harmonious beauty of the sound. He was immediately inspired to invent a way to turn this into a musical instrument. Franklin chose London glassblower Charles James to help create a special set of glass bowls that didn't require water. He found a way to make different musical notes by tuning each one to their own pitch. They were then painted in different colors to represent each note of the scale. The bowls were placed inside each other, which resembled a bunch of glasses stacked together and laying on their sides. An iron rod ran through them to a wheel, which was turned by a foot pedal. The player would touch the spinning glasses with moistened fingers to create musical notes. By the end of the year, Franklin had finished his invention. Using the Italian word for harmony, he named it the armonica. Of his new invention, Franklin wrote, "The advantages of this instrument are that its tones are incomparably sweet beyond those of any other, that they may be swelled and softened by stronger or weaker pressures of the finger and continued at any length, and that the instrument, being once well tuned, never again wants tuning." Franklin's armonica was a huge success. Franklin received orders from customers in Versailles, Paris, Turin, and Prague. Thomas Jefferson called it the greatest present offered to the musical world in this century. Marie Antoinette took lessons on it. The greatest composers in the world wrote music for it. This included Mozart, Donizetti, Beethoven, Saint-Saëns, and Richard Strauss. Because of its beautiful, angelic tones, many people believed the glass armonica had healing powers. Franklin actually used it to heal the melancholia of Princess Isabella Czartoryska of Poland in 1772. The father of hypnotism, Dr. Frank Mesmer, used the harmonica to relax his patients during his magnetic seances. By 1790, more than 5,000 harmonicas had been sold, making it the most celebrated musical instrument of the 18th century. But that celebration came to a very quick end. Scary tales began to spread about the harmful effects of the glass harmonica. Then virtuoso player Marion Davies became very ill. It was said that Davies' nerves and health were ruined by her harmonica playing. Like falling dominoes, other performers began complaining of numbness in their hands, nervousness, dizziness, and muscle spasms. This spread to some listeners who also became ill. In 1798, the German musicologist Friedrich Rochlitz had written in the Allgemeine Muskulische Zeugnung, "The harmonica excessively stimulates the nerves, plunges the player into a nagging depression, and hence into a dark and melancholy mood, that it is an apt method for slow self-annihilation. If you are suffering from any nervous disorder, you should not play it. If you are not yet ill, you should not play it. If you are feeling melancholy, you should not play it." Another blow came in 1808, where a blind concert artist, Marianne Kirchgesner, who had inspired Mozart to write for the harmonica, died at the age of 39. The cause of death was due to deterioration of her nerves caused by the vibrations of the harmonica. Many felt that the strange nerve disorders were caused by lead poisoning, coming from the lead paint and the lead in the glass. Others strangely felt the high-pitched harmonies, having mystical powers, invoked the spirits of the dead and drove listeners crazy. Even so, nothing was ever proven against the glass harmonica. People didn't care though. They became so frightened of the instrument that very few people would play one and very few would even listen to one being played. By 1820, the harmonica was a fad gone with the wind. Over 100 years later, in 1956, one man thought of making a glass instrument similar to that of Franklin's harmonica. Master glassblower and musician Gerhard Finkenbeiner of Boston spent many years experimenting. He was able to recreate Franklin's harmonica. This time, using only lead-free quartz crystals for the glass. Thanks to his efforts, Finkenbeiner allowed the harmonica to have a comeback in 1984. This new and improved harmonica has some of the rims with gold baked into them to identify the pitches. The ones with the gold bands, made out of real gold, are like the black keys on a piano. They are on the inside of the cups. The white keys are transparent. Today, G. Finkenbeiner Inc. in Waltham, Massachusetts continues to produce the beautiful sounding harmonica. I'll leave a link to his website down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to learn more fun facts and top fun fact lists, then please subscribe to our channel.